Welcome to The Rounds. I'm here today with Cindy Gazecki, Senior Vice President of Hospital Operations, to talk about one of the most important issues in children's health, gun violence and safety. Cindy, thanks for being here today. What are we doing in Seattle Children's to really address this issue of safe gun storage?
Well, first of all, I'm just so proud to be part of an organization that is stepping into this and not shying away from what is truly the epidemic and public health crisis facing our kids today. We want to keep our kids safe. We want to prevent these sorts of gun tragedies. And so we have been holding events throughout the state of Washington. We've held 8 in the past 2 years. We've given away over 2,500 gun lock boxes and trigger locks, which is in keeping with our history of giving away bike helmets and life jackets and car seats. And so we tried to make it easy for families to do the right thing. 1 in 3 homes with children in it have guns, and of those, almost 70% of them aren't locked up.
That's a staggering number.
It's just staggering. Yeah. And so we need to accept that and realize that guns are part of our society. But as a pediatric hospital, the message and the advocacy for safe gun storage is one everyone can get behind.
You co-founded the Coalition to Prevent Gun Violence. Tell us a little bit about the coalition and kind of what the mission and your goals are.
It is both to advocate for safe gun storage and gun safety, as well as to educate the community, both families as well as community pediatricians, on how to step into the conversation about gun safety. What are the most effective tactics and strategies to get that message across? And so we've got some research studies that are actually looking at the efficacy of what we're doing with these gun safety events.
And what can the community do to work with us in this effort?
Hosting these events, we are very much wanting to continue to have them. They cost money, and so for those that are so inclined to donate some money to help us buy the actual devices. And really, again, about the education. I think a lot of people think that if they hide their guns, that their child won't get into it. But the reality of it is that toddlers and children are very inquisitive, and they find that hiding spot, and mom and dad may not know. So educating them about that, educating them about suicide. Quite frankly, suicide is one of the leading causes of gun tragedies, and having an adolescent in the home who they might suspect is depressed or using drugs or other risk factors is a very good reason to take the guns out of the home, even for a period of time.
So we're having these conversations, obviously, with our team members. So if I'm a team member out there as part of Seattle Children's, how can I get involved?
We always need volunteers at the events, and so we have a site on Seattle Children's around gun safety, and so you can go there and or email Chelsea Gallagher. She's our program coordinator, and let her know that you'd like to help. I personally like to be at the events, and it's very meaningful to me to hand the actual device out to the family, and when I do, I always look them in the eye and I say, thank you for keeping our kids safe.
Thank you for your incredible work and leadership in this area.
You're welcome.
That's a wrap.